one of the things that you need to make sure that your microphone message includes is emotion. So this video is called Welcome to the Business of Emotional Reactions. Now there's this guy, his name's John Taffer. Oh my goodness, if you've listened to his podcast before, he is really smart. Now he is very well known in the restaurant industry, in the nightclub industry, in the bar industry. He is the host of the show Bar Rescue. And, you know, he's one of those personalities that will yell at you and tell you that you're doing everything wrong and curse at you because you're not doing things right. But along with that, he has some of the smartest business ideas of all people that I've seen. And I'm going to show you a quick clip of him right now because he shares in this clip one of the biggest aha moments I've had about the restaurant industry in general. He shares it right here in this clip with an interview that he did with Entrepreneur magazine. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
One, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Wow. So
John, in your book, Raise the Bar, you talk a lot about something called reaction management. Can you tell me a little bit more about what is that and exactly, what are some lessons that we can learn from that as entrepreneurs?
Sure. Reaction management, I'll give you an example. Somebody who works for me on Bar Rescue, it's a cameraman, dresses like a bum. And he started with this as a PA, lowest level on a production crew. Now he's a cameraman. Big deal. Still dresses like a bum. Pull them aside and say, you got to dress like your next job or you'll never get it. It isn't the clothes. It's the way his employer reacts to them that's important. In the bar business, the biggest mistake that people make is they think I'm in the food business or the beverage business. I'm not. I'm in a reaction business. See, a plate of food hits the table, lands right in front of you. One of two things happens. Either you sit up and look at it and react to it, or nothing happens. If nothing happens, that restaurant is stuck in mediocrity forever. So the cook in the kitchen might think he's making an entree. He's not. That's not the product. He's making a human reaction. He's achieving it through the entree. The entree is the vehicle, not the product. The product is the reaction. And that's where restaurateurs blow it. You see, I'll put that plate in front of you, and if you don't sit up, I'll redesign it 100 times until you do. Because I understand it's not the plate of food, it's the way you react to it that makes me money. In the bar business, we don't play music. We play reactions. We achieve it through music. I don't sell beer. I sell reactions. I achieve it through beer. I don't do floor plans. I create interaction. I achieve it through floor plans. Everything that we do is reaction management. If you can make your bosses react the way you want them to, you're going to get a promotion, aren't you? You're going to get that job you want. How do you get them to react to you in a way that gets you promoted? When you figure that out, you'll get promoted. That's reaction management. It's understanding that those reactions that happen around you drive your future more than you do.
It's true. Very true. Hopefully the reaction to drinking beer isn't getting hungover or drunk. But
Well, if you drink a beer with the right person, and you get the right reactions out of them, it could turn into a hell of an opportunity.
that's true.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
Reaction. It's all about the reaction. All about the reaction. Thoughts, Pedro?
It's interesting how he created a new category for himself, right? I am in the reaction management business. So he can create a methodology around reaction management. He can create certifications and he can have certified consultants that would offer consulting for that. He can create courses. He can create shirts. He can do events. He can create TV shows. He can build a whole universe around this one single idea, right, of reaction management. And the coolest thing is, Daniel, it's not even new. He's not inventing anything, you know, it's everything is there. Everything he's saying, someone else has said it before, but the angle he's using is unique.
It's a fresh approach, just like that's his X factor effect. If we go back to the video on the X factor effect, we talked about how you can own a phrase or category, which he's doing, and he combined that with a fresh approach, and that's made him. He sounds like this genius, right? And he is. Okay, he's been working in the bar industry for a long time, but because he's differentiating his communication, the way he's talking about things, he sounds like this amazing expert, which he is, and just so cool. This reaction management concept has everything to do with this module, okay? Because with this actual video right here, because he said in the video, one of my favorite business quotes of all time, he said, the biggest mistake that people make is they think I'm in the food business or the business or the beverage business. I'm not. I'm in the reaction business. You see, a plate of food hits the table. Wow. It lands right in front of you. One of two things happens. Either you sit up and look at it and react to it, or nothing happens. If nothing happens, that restaurant is stuck in mediocrity forever. The product is the reaction. And that's where restaurateurs blow it. You see, I'll put that plate in front of you, and if you don't sit up, I'll redesign it 100 times until you do, because I understand that it's not the plate of food, it's the way you react to it that makes the money. This is gold. This is marketing gold, because when it comes to your marketing message, okay, it's the same thing. It's all about the reaction, and you need to redesign your marketing message, your microphone message, 100 times if necessary in order to get the right emotional response from people. If you put together a message and it lacks an emotional element to people, if people don't react to it, if it's meh, then it's never going to break through the noise. Our goal is not to create a vanilla microphone message. Our goal is to create that microphone message where people are like, whoa, this isn't vanilla ice cream. Like, what is this? This is something new. This is something exciting. Or at least we're going to get them to react to it emotionally in some way. So here we go. Along with this whole emotional thing, because you've heard people say that people buy on emotion, right? Everybody says it. People buy on emotion and they justify it with logic. Well, guess what? Now there's scientific proof that people buy on emotion and then justify their purchases afterwards through logic. And the scientific proof comes from neuroscience. Woohoo! The neuromarketers specifically have been able to, you know those machines people hook to your brain to measure brain activity? We actually had somebody come at one of our events and put one on people's heads, and we saw in real time how it worked. And you were able to see how people were emotionally responding to messages in real time. And the authors of the persuasion code, they have done this multiple times. So they have scientifically proven different marketing strategies work, and you can craft your marketing message in order to have a bigger effect. And two of the specific things that they have discovered, two of the biggest secrets in the book, The Persuasion Code, is for helping create microphone messages that help close sales, is that one, the message must provide some sort of positive emotional uplift, okay? So some sort of positive emotional uplift needs to happen during the microphone message for it to sell, okay, for people to make a buying decision. And then the message must be contrastable. The most interesting thing about these two elements is they directly correlate with two strategies that Pedro and I teach. They directly correlate with two strategies we teach. The first one, it has to do with providing a positive emotional uplift. We teach what we call the Happy Four strategy. The Happy Four strategy is 4 different approaches for you to include, and you can choose one of them to include in your microphone messages in your microphone message so that people are more likely to have the right, appropriate emotional response so that they take action. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Happy 4 strategy, and in the next video, we're going to talk about how you can have your message be contrastable. So this one's positive emotional uplift, next one's contrastable. And so to help you provide positive emotional uplift, the Happy 4 strategy is for you to pick one of these 4 approaches for you to include as part of your microphone message, okay? So get out your pen and paper and start jotting down ideas for how you could possibly include one of these 4 approaches as part of your microphone message. The first approach is the humor approach, okay? The humor approach we've mentioned before with Tom Dixon and the Will It Bling campaign. One of the reasons why that one worked so well and went so viral is because, well, it was humorous. It was funny. And here's a video. Brands do this all the time. They incorporate humor. And you think, oh, they're just including humor to make people pay attention. It's more than that. It's that by including humor, it helps with positive emotional uplift. And as a result, you are more likely to buy. In other words, yes, humor does get you to buy more stuff when used in the right context. Here's an example from Snickers, a quick commercial, and you'll see how this commercial is not only entertaining, but it also actually gets you to want to buy some Snickers. So here we go.
弱成这样也敢闯江湖？
爷爷就是我这儿啊！
别打你的二婆拳了，来条 Snickers。兄弟，怎么样？
来劲了 ！You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers, get some nuts.
You are not you when you're hungry. Oh man, so cool.
Oh man, so yeah, as you can see, the You're Not You with Your Hungry campaign, they have actually different commercials that they've done, and this was one of them. The guy was the Mr. Bean character when he wasn't himself, had forgotten all of his training, and then he got back to normal once he took care of his hunger pangs. And so there we go. The humor approach, just it works, provides positive emotional uplift, catches people's attention, and in the case of Snickers, it helps them sell more Snickers bar. Another approach for you to choose is the inspirational approach, okay? How could you possibly use inspiration as part of your way of providing positive emotional uplift? Well, we've mentioned how Dove did that, okay? In their inspirational approach with their billboards. Is this woman wrinkled or wonderful? Is she fat or fit? Is she gray or gorgeous? Is she flawed or flawless? Okay, so inspiring people to view the world in different ways. Here's a story I love, another inspirational approach. This is Gerardo Lopez, and he gave a TED Talk that actually went viral. And he started his talk by saying that you might have heard about them in the news, murderers, violent, destructive. And I can tell you that a lot of what you've heard is true because I used to be a member of MS-13. Whoa. So immediately with that hook, people got, interested in what he had to say. He then revealed that when he was younger, his mother needed to work 14-hour days at a sweatshop to support the family. And this made it so that he spent many days alone taking care of himself. But he was kind of afraid. He would constantly take alternate routes in order to get back to his house so that he could avoid the gangs. When he was 14, he actually eventually gave into pressure and joined one of the gangs. And the gang he joined was MS-13. Eventually, he got to the point where after participating in assaults and robberies and everything, where he asked himself if he was willing to spend the rest of his life in jail. And in the speech, he shifted his story. He talked about how when he was 20 years old, he was celebrating out on the street his recent jail release when Alex Sanchez, a former MS-13 gang member that he looked up to, approached him and told him that he started this gang intervention group. And Gerardo started to participate in this gang intervention group, and he saw the good that came out of it. And he decided to switch paths in life. And he went down this path of not only being involved himself in the gang intervention group, but helping others escape the gang life. His inspirational story of how he went from gang member to helping people change their lives was one of the big reasons why his speech went so viral. So, are you going to use a humorous approach, or are you going to use an inspirational approach? Those are two approaches you can use. And then the third approach is an exciting approach. Now, as we saw with John Taffer, he uses the exciting approach with the food that he presents to people in the restaurants. If they don't sit up, if they don't react to it in some way, if they're not excited to dive into that dish, then he goes back and he adjusts things 100 times if necessary so that he gets that appropriate excitement reaction that he's looking for when he is using food as a vehicle for the real product that he sells, which is how the customer reacts to the presentation of the food. Okay. Another example of the exciting approach is Red Bull. Here's a quick video from Red Bull, one of their most famous videos, and I won't spoil it for you. It's just a cool video, and then I'll share some stats about the video afterwards.
Start moving here in a little bit. Let's get a little bit up. Release.
If you're scared, walk away. Cause there's no need to feel ashamed. Yeah, we all feel the same. Whoa, where's your passion? Where's your fire today?
Alright, now, the whole road is looking down. I'm going over. Jumper away. Speed 725. Showing Felix in a stable descent. And Felix is back to run safely, the new world record holder.
Whoa, so cool. Whoa. Right?
So cool.
The dude, he skydived from space, Pedro.
Oh man,
so crazy. So here's some stats. Here's some stats about it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just blown away. You know, I was feeling brave because I decided to eat 2 hamburgers tonight, and the guy just skydove from freaking the space. So I just thought it was really cool how he landed on his feet and he was running. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He didn't crumble, you know, and fell and he was hurt or anything. He was like MacGyver in Rambo, you know. Oh man, so cool.
Oh, so the exciting approach, as you can see, can also be inspiring. Just some stats here that I have in my notes, just to share with you. The event, it was featured on over 70 television stations in 50 different countries. The live stream received 52 million views, which broke records at the time for the most viewed live stream in history. He broke skydiving records, obviously. He also broke other records. He broke the sound barrier with a Mach speed of 1.25. Imagine you as a human breaking the sound barrier. Oh my gosh, that's freaking crazy. Over a 1 year period, Red Bull saw sales jump 17% in the United States, along with double-digit sales increases in countries like South Africa, Japan, France, and Germany. And these increases meant huge profits for Red Bull, since the company consistently sells over 5 billion cans of energy drinks per year. So the exciting approach is proven to get people excited about buying more of your products, or taking action in whatever ways you're trying to get people to take action with your microphone message. And we have a fourth way to do it, to provide through the Happy Four strategy, to provide positive emotional uplift. It's through the a heartwarming approach. Coke did this with the Share a Coke campaign. Okay, if you remember that campaign, extremely successful, but their commercials were very heartwarming, with people sharing a Coke, and that increased sales dramatically as well for Coke. And then another one that I love, I always love when Microsoft gets their marketing messages right, because in the past they kind of struggled, even though they're this huge amazing brand. They haven't always had the best microphone messages. But here's one for Microsoft that was a huge winner. It's their most viewed online commercial ever. It shared the core belief that when everybody plays, we all win. That was the core belief. And the ad features multiple children, as you can see here in the picture, that all have love for their friends, family, and video games. And the children also have one big thing in common in the commercial. If you go to watch it, they don't have full use of their hands. Okay, so the commercial is actually for the Microsoft Xbox Adaptive Controller. And this controller actually has changed these children's lives. So it was very heartwarming to watch if you go online and watch it. One girl said, I can hit the buttons just as fast as they can. Another child said, no matter how your body is or how fast you are, you can play. It's a really good thing to have in this world. And one dad said, while tearing up in the commercial, one of the biggest fears early on is, how will Owen be viewed by other kids? Now he's not different when he plays. So very, very heartwarming. And yeah, just a feel-good commercial. The campaign was such a hit, actually, that it received over 1.1 billion media impressions and won the Brand Experience and Activation Grand Prix Award at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. And that award, huge deal in the marketing industry, and it could be compared with winning an Emmy or a Tony Award, but for advertising. So amazing stuff. So that, my friends, is the Happy Four strategy. You can, in order to include positive emotional uplift so that people are most likely to take action with your microphone message, you want to include at some point in your microphone message the humor approach, the inspirational approach, the exciting approach, or a heartwarming approach, in order to bring joy to people when they decide to take action through your message. So to finish this video, we've got some questions for you. What microphone messages have you recently shared with others because of the positive ways they made you feel? Also, what microphone messages have you created that failed in the past because they didn't create an appropriate emotional response? You basically left the emotion out of it. And what could you have adjusted so that those microphone messages created an appropriate emotional response? Also, which approach would work best for you to evoke a positive emotion? A humorous, inspirational, exciting, or heartwarming approach? And once you have chosen your approach, what are some relevant stories, examples, and analogies that you could use to evoke positive emotions as part of your microphone message? All right, so that's the Happy Four strategy That's not all of your there's other ways that you can include positive emotional uplift, and you're going to see in the next video our strategy for making your message contrastable, which also includes a way to get people to take action with your message. So if you're not sure if you want one of these 4 approaches as part of the emotional aspect of your message, then you can at least use the proven methodologies in the next video if this isn't the best strategy for you in this video. So you have some options here for what I'm saying for the creation of your microphone message. I hope that you've been getting a lot of ideas so far. Keep writing down all those ideas, answer these questions with your team, and we will see you in the next video. All right, thank you for joining us in this episode of the Marketing Podcast Party. Please share this episode with your friends, family, and business partners. Also, remember that the party continues with your free copy of the Ideas That Influence book and interactive box experience. I wrote the book and created the box experience to help you with even more wildly successful marketing ideas. Head on over to bigideasbox.com to grab your copy. You'll get your copy for free. You just pay shipping and handling. Once again, that's bigideasbox.com for your free plus shipping copy of Ideas That Influence. I'm Daniel Din. This is the Marketing Podcast Party, and I'll see you in the next episode.